Hey everybody, welcome. In this video I am going to highlight my own hair and I'm going to show you step by step what I do. I am a hairstylist since 2009 and I am an educator for Matrix brand. So I do this work professionally. This is my job. That's what I do for a living. And I am going to show you what product I'm using, the mixing, the application, and the technique that I use. So if you are interested in, hair coloring, hair transformation, or doing your own hair, or if you are a hairstylist, this video has lots of tips and tricks to make the work easier for you. I'm bilingual, so I speak in two languages. سلام به روی ماه همتون. من فاطمه هستم، آرایشگرم، مدرس برند میتریکس هستم. توی این ویدیو میخوام ماه خودم رو هایلایت کنم، بهتون نشون میدم چطوری. من از 2009 تا حالا دارم کار مو انجام میدم. این شغل منه، به صورت حرفه‌ای انجامش میدم. بنابراین اگه دوست دارید موهاتون رو تغییر بدید، اگه میخواین خودتون انجام بدید یا آرایشگری دنبال تکنیک خاصی میگردید، اینجا بهتون نشون میدم که چطور محصولا رو با هم دیگه میکس میکنیم و انجام میدیم و مرحله به مرحله کار رو میبینید. این ویدیو دو زبانه هست، بنابراین با دو زبان صحبت میکنم. So I'm gonna show you before and you will see during and then finally you're gonna see the after picture. Since this is a real time doing hair, I'm gonna show you the product that I'm using, how I mix it, why I'm using that, and then there would be no talking. It's gonna be look and learn process. It's gonna be a live video, so it will be long to keep myself concentrated and focus on my work. I try to not talk to go faster because it's gonna take a long time to do the whole head. And then, but whenever I change the technique or I switch to another section or I mix a new bowl of product, I am coming out of mute and tell you what I'm doing and what I'm mixing. این ویدیو یک ویدیو لایو هست، به صورت مرحله به مرحله میبینید که دارم موامو انجام میدم. کل موهای من هست، بنابراین بهتون نشون میدم همون اول چی استفاده میکنم، چجوری میکس میکنم و تکنیک رو هم که دارین در حین کار میبینید، اما در طول ویدیو صحبت نمیکنم چون که باید فوکس داشته باشم و تمرکز داشته باشم روی کارم. بنابراین میبینید و یاد میگیرید. حالا اگه سوالی داشتید میتونید بذارید توی کامنت ها یا اینکه ویدیو رو که پست کردم بعد ازش بذارید. خوشحال میشم در خدمتتون باشم. به دو زبان صحبت میکنیم که این ویدیو هر وقت که توضیح میدم. هر زمان ویدیو رو روی میوت میذارم زمانی که چون که میخوام به یک کتاب صوتی گوش کنم، نمیدونم حالا ویدیو یوتیوب شاید قطع کنه اون رو. بنابراین میتونید ببینید و یاد بگیرید و هر زمان که از یک سکشن به سکشن بعدی میرم باز دوباره توضیح میدم که چیکار کردم، چی رو میکس کردم، موادمو چجوری تغییر دادم. بریم با هم دیگه موادی که میخوایم استفاده کنیم ببینیم. So let's go and see what product we are using here. I'm going to take the camera off. Before I start, to all of my lovely followers and viewers, I hope you do well wherever you are. I wanted you to know that I am a hairstylist and I do this professionally. I've been doing my own hair for years and years, so I learned through my mistakes. This job is not an easy job. Doing your own highlight, especially the back of the head, it is time consuming. You need to have good knowledge and use a right product and consider your hair texture. So I'm not here to tell you this is so easy, go and get it done in your home, because I've been doing that for a long time and I'm telling you it takes time and it needs expertise. But if you educate yourself, if you do your own research and watch some videos and evaluate your hair to see how is your hair, the level of the health, and use a good product, you will be able to do it. But I'm just saying that I am a professional. If you are not, please be mindful of that and do your own research, and I don't recommend you to do this at home. However, I try to make it easier each time for myself, since I've been doing that for a long time, to use an easier technique and more helpful, that I get the best effect on my hair and less effort. Still the work takes a long time, and I'm going to show you the product that I'm using. So let me translate it to Farsi. این متدی رو که دارم استفاده میکنم، من آرایشگر هستم، من سالها هست دارم این کار میکنم. نمیخوام بهتون بگم این کار خیلی آسونه و خودتون میتونید توی خونه انجامش بدید، اما اگه که تحقیقاتتون رو انجام بدید، موهاتون رو بررسی کنید، سلامت موهاتون رو در نظر بگیرید و محصول خوبی رو انتخاب کنید، شما هم قادر خواهید بود که این کار رو انجام بدید. اما بدونید که من توی این سالها با توجه به سعی و خطاهایی که کردم، اشتباهاتی که کردم و اون علم و تخصصی که پشت این دارم، یاد گرفتم که آسان‌ترین تکنیک ها و بهترین روش رو استفاده بکنم. بنابراین شما مراحل کار رو میبینید و این دیگه شما هستین که تصمیم میگیرید آیا بایستی این کار رو برای خودتون انجام بدین یا نه. فقط ازتون میخوام که مراقب سلامت موهاتون باشید و اگه تا حالا این کار انجام ندیدین، قبلا خوب تحقیق کنید، چندین ویدیو ببینید، در موردش فکر کنید، روی یکی از موهاتون تست بزنید تا اینکه سلامت موهاتون حفظ بشه. به عنوان یک آرایشگر پیشنهاد نمی‌کنم که این کار خودتون توی خونه برای خودتون انجام بدید، اما سعی کردم که توی طی سالیان سال یک روشی رو بهش برسم، یک تکنیک‌هایی رو بهش برسم که کار سریع انجام بشه، آسون باشه و ما کمتر آسیب ببینه و اینجا اون رو به شما به اشتراک میذارم. اما نمیخوام این کار رو توی نظر شما آسون و خیلی راحت جلوه کنم که شما حالا به خاطر اینکه به این ویو بدید یا طرفدار من بشید پاشید این کار رو توی خونه برای خودتون انجام بدید. ازتون خواهش میکنم که تحقیق خودتون رو انجام بدین قبل از کار و سلامت شما و موهاتون اصلا چیز مهمه. So let me show you the product that I am going to use. I'm gonna take off the camera and show you my setup here. Let me turn my camera. Here is what I'm using. I have a few bowls, so I use different color with different brushes, as you see. So in one of the bowls, I'm gonna use my hair lightener. Right now I'm using Light Master. This is pre-bonded from Matrix, which means it has a bond protection system in that. So it's gonna keep the hair integrity during the highlight process, but still you need to take your hair situation into consideration, and depending to that, pick your product. So that's why I'm using like 20 volume and 10 volume. I don't go with 30 or 40 because you want to keep the hair healthy. So don't assume that since the product has an Olaplex or it is pre-bonded, you can use the highest developer and you can have like a platinum blonde in one set. No. So I'm going to use my lightener and mix it with 20 volume or 6% in one of the bowl. This is going to be my strong product, and the other bowl I'm going to mix that powder with 10 volume, and I have a little bit of hair mask or conditioner. Here I have some foils, and for the back of the hair I learned that using the ball washboard makes my life a little bit easier, less pressure on my hand, but it's up to you. You don't have to have it. Using a tail comb with some clips and whisk, your option. Right now my hair is on level 6. As you see, I'm between level 6 and level 5, so I'm like medium brown. And we are going to level 9. I'm gonna go and get it as light as possible, but I'm gonna check the foils and check my hair. If it can take, I'm gonna leave the product a little bit more, but the most important thing to me is to keep the hair healthy during the process. And now let me show you this section that I have done on my hair. Let me sit here. Here is the section. As you see, I have, let me put just this back on the camera holder, and then I can talk to you easier. Here I have 6 sections in the front, which is one of these is just put them up. So hold on a moment. So this is one section. This is the face framing highlight. So I want to keep the all around my face as lighter. I'm going to put a little bit more foil all around the face. So that's why I put my hair into some section. This is the front section. As you see, it is just like about less than 1 inch or 2 centimeters. This is my second section that goes from here like diagonally, another one here, so it is 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3. The section that you see here is like a triangle and the top section is like a rectangular. 6 تا سکشن جلوی موام دارم، یه سکشن مستطیلی بالای سرم، 2 تا مثلث کوچولو اینور و اونور و 3 تا سکشن کوچیک‌تر دور تا دور صورتم، به خاطر که می‌خوایم فیس فریم انجام بدیم و جلوی سر رو روشن‌تر بگیریم. So I just put them away because I'm gonna start from the back of the head, which is much easier. Depending to the time, how much it takes, I might have to do it in 2 different processes. First do the back, let it process and wash it, and then come and do the front and sides. Or if we could go fast, I'm gonna do all of the head and then let it process and then wash it. بنابراین ممکنه که این کار 2 مرحله‌ای باشه. ممکنه مجبور بشم اول پشتش که انجام بدم اگه زمان زیادی ازم بگیره میذارم اول این قسمت کار کنه، بعد میشورم و آب کشی میکنم، برمیگردم، بعد جلو و کنارم انجام میدم. اگه که نبتونیم سریعتر حرکت کنیم کامل سرم انجام میدم و بعد که کار کرد جداگانه میرم میشورمش. مهمتر از همه چیز حفظ سلامت مو هست. اگه سرعتتون کمه، تنها هستید، تجربه ندارید، فقط انجام دادن پشت وقت زیادی ازتون خواهد گرفت. بهتون پیشنهاد میکنم اول پشت انجام بدین، کار تموم شد بعد بشورید، برگردید جلو رو انجام بدین. So if you are not a professional and you should be concerned about the health of your hair. You want to keep that hair healthy, because if it's not healthy, it won't be beautiful. You know what I mean? So if you are not fast, if you haven't done it before, I recommend you to get the back done first, let it process, wash it, rinse it, dry it, and then do the front area, because it takes a lot of time to get to the top of the hair. And then, but if you are quick and if you don't want to put that much foil, you can get all of them done in once. So we have 6 sections here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we have 4 sections in the back. This is 1, 2, 1 in the middle and 1 in the crown. 4 تا سکشن پشت سرم دارم، یکی این قسمتم، یکی این قسمتم، یکی میانه مو و یکی on the top، یکی هم بالایی توی قسمت تاج سر و از پشت سر شروع میکنیم. And we're gonna start from the back of the head. So I'm ready to start my work. I'm using foil and I'm gonna mix my product. And as I said, let me just bring the camera a little bit lower so you can see what's going on in here. I'm going to use the darker bowl with the darker brush for the product which is stronger. I'm going to mix my powder with 6% or 20 volume cream developer for the back of the head. Here, 1 scoop, and the scale was off. The mixing ratio is 1 to 2. It means, for example, for 30 grams of powder, I'm gonna add 60 milligrams of developer. So for the back of my head, I start from little. I don't mix too much product. بهتره که خیلی زیاد مواد درست نکنید، چون که اگه زیاد درست کنید خاصیتش از دست میره. من به اندازه 1 پیمانه و نیم درست کردم. So I just used 1.5 scoop, and I'm gonna add my developer. Since it's in the back and it takes more time, I'm gonna mix these 2 together. It's like I'm using 15 volume cream developer. 0.8. So بنابراین به خاطر اینکه پشت سرم هست دارم از پشت شروع میکنم و کارم ممکنه طول بکشه تا بیام بالا برای که موام آسیب نبینه. دو تا اکسیدان ها رو با هم دیگه مخلوط میکنم. انگاری که دارم با اکسیدان بین این دو تا اگه در نظر بگیرید میشه اکسیدان 4.5%، میشه اکسیدان در واقع درست میگم 6 و 30 میشه 9 تقسیم بر 2 میشه 4.5. I'm gonna mix it. Make sure that it is mixed very well. مخلوطش میکنم. این اون ماده‌ایه که یک کمی قوی تره برای من الان در حال حاضر. گفتم از برش سیاه براش استفاده میکنم که قاطی نکنم وسط راه. یا میتونید روی چیزتون بنویسید، روی کاسه هاتون بنویسید که دارید از چی استفاده میکنید. کاسه دومی رو از مواد که میسازم از اکسیدان 3% استفاده میکنم. چرا؟ چون روی قسمت پایین هایلایت شده موهام میخوام بزنم. The second bowl that I'm mixing, I'm using my lightener a little bit less, just with 10 volume cream developer, and I'm gonna use it on those areas that it is highlighted to just avoid, because it doesn't need too much of strength. The lightener doesn't need to be too strong to just lighten this lighter area, right? 1 scoop is enough. And later, if I need more product, I mix more product. By mixing a lot of product, it's just not good to let it sit for a long time, because after half an hour, it won't be as powerful as it is at the beginning. So it's good to go with a fresh bowl of product every time. So that's it. The second one. And as I said, since I need to focus on my work, I just put the video on silent and do the work. If you have any questions, put it in the comment below. I'm gonna answer your question later. Okay. So we have 2 bowls of product right now. With that one is mix of 6% and 10%. This one is just 20 volume and 10 volume. This one is just 10 volume. Later, if it gets a little bit thicker, because sometimes it does, I add a few more drops of lightener, the developer. اگه بعداً یکم موادم استیج شد، چون بعض وقتا این اتفاق میفته، برمیگردم یه مقدار بیشتر مواد میکسش میکنم. الان میخوایم بریم کارمون رو شروع کنیم. ببینم یکم میرم کنارتر. Let me see. I have another. Okay. And here is my mirror. So we have 2 sections in the back. You can use the clips or you can just braid it like me. I'm gonna go ahead and make 3 to 4 sections like diagonally by just bringing the hair forward. I'm gonna show it to you. So it's gonna be like 3 foils here and 3 foils here. So what time is it right now? Let me just keep track of time. Okay. I just go diagonally. This is my first section. Put the tail of the comb on your skin and goes all the way down. Bring the hair forward. That's it. It's going to be the first section, and the second 2 sections are here. Okay. I'm going to use another clip to put these things away. And I'm going to use some Vaseline around my hairline because this way the foil doesn't slip. It's going to stay, and it helps with that all around my face. And here, okay. Here's the section. What I'm going to do, I think, it's going to be just by teasing the hair. This is the area that I see when I pull up my hair and I put it in ponytail. I'm taking some of those, and by tweezing the hair and bring it up, and here is the rest, a little bit more on that area, and then I use my foot. Okay, before I start, I am going to put some music on. Okay. Okay.
For them, you're constantly assessing, and you're not using enthusiasm. So many of us, we use, you said this, you said your enthusiasm and excitement may cause people to think about their dreams, but it won't be sufficient to move people into action.
Let's put some music on. Put some of those strands out of that section. This way it's gonna give us some dimension. Here, this is my section. This one is a little bit thicker than what I want, that part. That is okay. Going to tweeze it a little bit. Bring the hair closer to the root. I would rather to use the other side. So this job is not easy as you see, but it's worth it. And as I said, my product got a little bit thicker. I'm adding a few more drops of my developer. I'm using my lightener that it is mixed with 20 volume cream developer. So for mixing your lightener, you can use 1 to 2.5. Also, depending the consistency that you like to work with, this is the consistency. Saturation is the key. I just go and saturate each section very well. So it's good to not take a thick section, but if you do, you need to just saturate it very well. Otherwise, it's gonna be lots of unevenness when you want to remove the foil, lots of orangey and reddish undertone that you will be seeing. So just take that to consideration and use a good amount of product to saturate your hair properly from top to the bottom. Okay. I'm gonna go a bit higher. Just left and right, up and down. Make sure all around each hair strands are covered with your product. Hey, we are live. Please put it in the comment below. Where are you watching from? This is the first section. And as you see, we are away from scalp. Now I'm gonna open that part of the top part of the foil and using the edge of the board to fold it. The bottom part is the same. We're gonna fold it and isolate it. And I'm gonna just add another little fold at the very top of that. Just this way it's gonna be locked and it doesn't move. کاری که میکنم گوشه فویلا رو قفل میکنم و که حرکت نکنه. We move to the second section. This part is so hard. The back of the head, I'm not lying to you. You are seeing the real time working on a hair because it's hard to see. You cannot see the back of the head. That's why it's hard. So if you have someone to help you, please use their help. So I'm gonna put my comb and move it parallel to the hair. I'm thinking just to make 2 more sections in here. So let's see. Okay. Here is one section. It might not be perfect, that's okay. The technique that we are using, it's gonna help us to just have a nice soft edge. So what I'm using is just, I wanna go and take some chunky light, as you see, to leave some dimension. Here is what I got so far, as you see. I'm gonna bring it forward and work on the other side. To make it easier for myself, I'm gonna use a clip. And I just should remind myself to go faster and not talk as much. Okay, a little bit of teasing. Again, I load my brush and I put it, apply it to the hair. Don't go very high and put the main part of the product in the middle of the hair, and try to saturate all around of each hair strand. Going this way, like vertically, by using the sharp edge of my brush. When I get close to that area, and here I have some highlighted hair, I'm gonna put some mask just to protect the ends, and then I will use the other product that I made, which was with 10 volume cream developer, which needs a little bit more developer because it's a little thick. Okay, now I'm going down and apply it on top of that hair mask. Now we created just a little bit of protection at the ends. I don't do it like that in the salon. I just do it on my own hair because it takes more time. And by the time I finish the whole head, I don't want to lose all those previously highlighted hair and damaging them. So, beautifully saturated. I'm gonna sandwich my foil, putting another piece on the top. Removing this guy, and as you see, it's away from the scalp, which is much easier to get it done. If you're doing it in your own hair, this way you're gonna get a beautiful brightness in the back, but it's not from the root, and it's gonna be easy to tone, easier, not very easy, comparing going all the way to the root, since you cannot see the back of the head. And then just smoothen both sides and lock two corners. Just that's it. We go to the next part, which is here. This is the last section on that side in the back. And okay. Here we are. This is so thick, the end, and very thin at the top, which is alright. You're gonna just do some chunky light. Take some of those beautiful girls out of that section to create some dimension again. I'm gonna hold this, bring it forward, hold it to the floor by using my clips, and go to that section. Here it is. I'm gonna just tease, a little bit. To the thicker area. And since we are taking our section diagonally, it's gonna give us like a softer, more beautiful result. So have a few mirror around you, just to check the sides, the fronts and back of the head. I'm gonna put it on the scalp and bring the hair forward like that, and then apply the product. The further that we get from the sides and we go to the middle of the back of the head, the more challenging that it gets. But I got this, nothing to be worried about. Saturation is the key. Saturate the hair very nicely and get gradually closer to the roots. Trying to open all those strands and using the corner of my brush to create that kind of like a fine zigzag looking on the top of the hair, which is closer to the root area. Here it is. In the bottom we have some previously highlighted there. Again, I'm going to use my mask at the very end lightly, and then use my wig hair product here. So a little bit about product that I'm using. This product is give you 9 levels of lift depending to the hair situation. If the hair is virgin and if you haven't colored, you're gonna get a good look, but for hair who have been colored before, it depends to the situation of the hair. So let's go and bring those scales a little bit where we want them to be. I'm gonna put my foil. Just wanna make sure that piece is sitting on the foil properly. Have a clean towel near you just to clean your hand whenever it's needed. To keep the work clean and nice. Okay. Let me check the back of it. It seems it is good. Okay. I'm gonna open that first and use my board to fold both sides. That's important. Just so you don't get leaking. And then the other side. That section was a little wide for this foil, but I think we should be fine. So let's check. This area is nice and clean. The top area is good. And excuse me. Let's see, what did I do? Okay. Nice. Well done. Beautiful. Okay. خب این فویله یه کوچولو اگه پهن‌تر بود بهتر بود، یا اگه این سکشنی که می‌گرفتیم یک کمی باریک‌تر بود بهتر بود، اما that's okay چون دو تا گوشه هاشو تا زدیم و گوشه هاشو قفل زدم. بعدم بالا آوردم، پشت فویل رو چک کردم، لبش رو برگردوندم، جلوش رو هم چک کردم، اوضاع رو به راه. Okay, we are done with this side. This side is done. And let's go to the next side. Now I'm going to do this side of the head. And then using the same technique, using 3 different subsections. And then we go to the middle part. Middle part is the area that we put less foil. And we're gonna just mostly tease it and lighten the end of the hair. And when we go to the crown, it is where we get closer to the root area because it is where the hair just kind of cover the top of the head and you're gonna see everything. After I'm done, if it's good time, if we still have good time, we move forward and do this process. So the product that I use is Matrix. Let me show you. The product that I have used is just 10 volume cream developer, 20 volume. I mixed 2 bowls. This one is mix of 6% and 3%. This bowl is just 10%. I have a little bit of conditioner or mask to protect my hair. I'm using foil and board. And this is my comb. And I put some Vaseline around the hairline. The sectioning that I have, it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in the back, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 6 and 7 is just like 11 big sections, and I'm using like some chunky lights and tease them and then apply the product and let them process. I hope you enjoyed this technique. And if you have any question, please put it in the comment below. I would be happy to help you. Thank you for watching. If you need to see more hair tutorial and hair tips, check my channel, haircare.masters. Thank you. Bye-bye.